What is the 2-minute morning rule for having a great day? Okay, you're alive. You're awake. You're watching a YouTube video. I'm alive, I'm awake, I'm talking on a YouTube video. Do you know how many minutes each of us is awake every single day? On average, the average human is, did I say that right? Human is awake 1,000 minutes a day. So in this video, what I'm about to explain to you is how can you take the first 2 minutes of that day to make the other 998 minutes a happier one. Here's the thing, by the way, most people, if you're like I always used to be, the first 2 minutes of your day are like a total blur, right? Like you're running out of bed, the alarm didn't go off, or it did go off and you realize you're late, or you slept through it and your kid's screaming and you need a coffee and you're trying to get out the door, and it's just like you just get muddled, it's lost. Your whole day is just like a disaster right from the get-go. That's not just you, that's me too, right? So then over time, I started doing something that really helped me. And I started carrying around a little cue card in my pocket and just writing down one thing I wanted to get done every single day. That's it. I would write one article for a newspaper that I owed an article to. I would say, write one blog post, call one person, something super simple that I wanted to get done. And then at the end of the day, I'd pull it out of my pocket and I'd feel good when I crossed it off. And if I didn't do that, what I noticed was, if I didn't write it down, it was in my head all day, but I didn't actually do it, right? And I started liking this simple little cue card practice so much that the other side of the cue card, I started writing down a few gratitudes. First one's based on research, second one's based on research. The first one's based on Roy Baumeister, willpower. If you write down something small, you can cross it off, it's easy, fine, good. This one, gratitudes, is based on Emmons and McCullough. They've shown in research that if you write down 5 things you're grateful for at the end of every week, then after a 10-week period, compared to people that wrote down hassles or wrote down events, you're not just happier, you're also physically healthier. I knew that research. A lot of us have heard the gratitude research. But the interesting thing about the research is it can't just be vague things. It can't just be like family, friends, love, family, friends, love, family, friends, love. It has to be tiny, specific things. Okay, I'm in Toronto right now. It's winter as I record this. A car drives by me on the street. Slush comes onto the sidewalk and it completely misses me. My pants are okay, right? You can say my wife has 4 boys in her house. Okay, me, 3 little boys. Okay, some of them can't use the toilet yet, but some of them can. So one of the things for her might be like, when the toilet seats are down on all the toilets, because she lives with guys who leaves them up all the time. When my husband actually made the bed, okay? Flipping to the cold side of the pillow in the middle of the night. Teaching my dog how to shake a paw. When the boss sent me an email saying thank you and CC'd his boss or her boss on the email. Tiny little moments. I write down some gratitudes, and those 2 things started cheering me up. But you know what? I still had a problem. Because when I wake up in the morning, even though I still do those 2 things, write one thing I'm going to focus on, write a few gratitudes, I still wake up with some bubbling anxieties in my stomach. I don't know if this happens to you or if it's just me. I'm betting it's a lot of us though. You wake up, you're anxious about something, and there's a big presentation, there's a big project, there's a big deadline. I'm comparing myself to another author who sold way more books. I'm worried about the 5 pounds I gained over the Christmas holidays. Whatever it is, I'm suddenly more worried when I wake up because I've been sleeping on this problem. So I stumble upon another study. It's called Don't Look Back in Anger, published in Science magazine. And they show that if you can crystallize and eject your anxieties and your worries through the power of writing them down, you actually remove them. This is kind of known as the Catholic confession chamber idea. A lot of world religions have this. If you confess to your sin or you write it down, you actually exorcise it, you remove it, you crystallize it, and you remove it from your mind. So put those 3 things together if you follow me along, and I've just given you a 2-minute exercise. It's called 2-minute mornings. Every single day, I now start my day by answering 3 simple prompts. Number 1 is, I will let go of. This is the anxiety thing. I will let go of the 5 pounds on my stomach. Number 2 is, I am grateful for. These are the few little things I can be happy about, specific gratitudes from my day. And number 3 is, I will focus on. Remember, that's how my cue card started first. It was just one thing I was going to do every day. I will let go of, I am grateful for, and I will focus on. You notice right behind me, I got these yellow books on the shelf here. I'm going to grab one. Watch me right now. This is it. I ended up putting this all together into a little book called 2-Minute Mornings. All this book is You don't even need to gotta buy the book. You can do it on a cue card, but I put it in a book now called 2 Minute Mornings because this just provokes me to write it down. And then you know what the magic is? As I'm going through the book, I look back 2 weeks ago and I'm like, I was worried about that. I was worried about that. It shows your own progress as you keep improving. That is the 2-minute practice I start my day with every day. It makes the other 998 minutes of my day better, happier, and a lot more productive. I hope it works for you. How else do you start your day? What else works for you? Leave me a note in the comments below and hit subscribe if you haven't already.